Well, next at 6, an historic hearing in the Supreme Court holds the fate of the collective bargaining law. News 3 political reporter Jess Garp joins us. She is live at the state capitol with complete details tonight. Jess?
Well, Eric, a high-stakes hearing in the court today was supposed to last 2 hours. Instead lasted more than double that as lawyers argued whether the Supreme Court should intervene in a case that struck down the collective bargaining law.
This court may and should act now to correct the circuit court's extraordinary intrusion into the legislative power.
The state arguing to Supreme Court justices in a packed courtroom that Dane County Judge Mary Ann Sumi acted wrongly.
This act has not been declared unconstitutional. It has been declared to be in violation of another statute, an act which is unprecedented and goes beyond the judicial power.
But Dane County DA Ishmael Ozane, who brought the case against state lawmakers, argued Sumi's decision should be appealed by lawmakers rather than dealt with by justices.
The open meeting law is presumed to be constitutional beyond a reasonable doubt. And at this time, the arguments of the Attorney General on behalf of Petitioner Hipsch and the state represent an attack on the constitutionality of the open meeting law.
Justices grilled attorneys over details of the case.
But it appears to me the directive says that the doors of each house shall remain open. Isn't that a constitutional directive?
And again, what the provision speaks to is whether or not a legislative meeting, which would be by the Senate or the Assembly, would be secret or whether it would be accessible to the public.
What is the constitutional violation? The notice violation is statutory. The only constitutional violation that I heard about this morning was a locked door kind of situation, right?
An access issue, but to give meaning and substance to access, you need notice.
The state made its case for the court to act quickly, while lawyers argued that was not the only remedy.
Right now, we have a fundamental constitutional question at stake in this case. It is ripe for decision, and it is necessary that this be decided now.
This is petition of Walker, and it should be dismissed. And then if these issues, these important substantive issues about comity, about separation of powers, if they need to be addressed, then, and if they're urgent, well, if they're urgent, the legislature can go back and reenact it the way they're supposed to.
Now the question is, what happens next? Chief Justice Abrahamson said at the end of the hearing tonight that the justices would meet in closed session at 5 p.m., but we're told they typically do that after oral arguments. So it's really unknown how long it could take the court to decide. But lawmakers have said, Republican lawmakers have said they believe they need this in place for the budget that they have set forth to work. So they will have to make a calculation as to how long they may wait for the Supreme Court to rule on this before they would act themselves.
All right, Jess Garp, State Capitol. Jessica, thank you very much.